Hey citizens, let me whisper in your ear. Got some philosophy that we need you to hear. Okay.
Everyone's clicked off. All right.
Already?
You know, they usually last about 30 seconds. This one, they made it 17. Let's go.
No, dude, you don't remember the Whisper song? About fucking...
What do you mean remember? I've probably never heard it.
Oh, man. That was a pretty big song for its time. It was pretty innovative, because there's not very many rap songs where they're whispering the whole time.
I mean, I think there might be a reason for that, honestly. Who could have seen it coming? Really, truly.
Well, wait till you see our philosophy dicks.
If they made it any further, they're definitely gone now. All right. Lost everyone by 1 minute. Let's go.
Setting records in this bitch.
Woo! Coming off the last episode, we're going to go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows.
Well, hey, man, it's peaks and valleys. Sometimes we got to bring you up to take you down.
Well, as you can see by the computer here, guys, we're going to go through your comments and all of our posts. We haven't done this in forever. I think there's going to be more than one episode worth.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to whip through them as fast as we can, probably. We think we left off here. We don't know where we left off. So if we talked about this last time, we're not sorry. But how many flights of stairs does it take for you to take the elevator instead of the staircase?
Oh.
I think we did ask this one.
I don't think so, because that's a good question. I generally don't take the elevator at work, even if I'm going as far up as the 4th floor. Which,
so higher than 4.
Yeah, so, I don't know, maybe at least I'd say like 5 or 6.
Well, I go up 8 every day, and I feel like I could do like at least, when I was in college, I didn't take the stairs too often in college, but I was on the 11th floor.
Oh my god.
So I think I would have to be like upwards of like 12 to 15, somewhere in there.
Yeah?
Before I'm like, yeah, no.
Even considering it?
Yeah. So like, if it was 15, I'd like try it once, and then if I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again, then, I feel like I would try it once, definitely. But I feel like my limit would be between 12 and 15.
So is it a sense of pride, or are you just like afraid of elevators?
Oh, yeah, I guess you could call it pride. It's more just like, you just want to get moving.
Yeah.
Be
physically active.
Yeah.
It would be shitty to get stuck in an elevator, man.
It could be shitty stuck in a stairwell. Like.
isn't that your fault, though? Like, what do you say, like if the door's locked or some shit?
I don't know.
How else would you get stuck in a stairwell if not for a locked door?
I don't know. Maybe like some people are moving some furniture and they leave the furniture in the stairwell and block your way. I don't know. How do you get stuck in an elevator?
Well, the elevator stops working.
What do we mean by stops working? It's like the door just won't open?
Yeah, the doors don't open.
Your fingers.
The doors don't open. The power's off, and it's like in between floors. And
then you just open it up and just crawl through the bottom.
Fuck that noise. You would really try to escape?
Well, yeah. What are you gonna do? Just sit there forever?
You wait for the fucking maintenance people to come and
and they crack it open and then you crawl through.
But I think they have to, because you're not always gonna be right by the floor that you're trying to get to, or any other floor for that matter. Sometimes you're in between, So they gotta All
right, we're gonna get stuck in an elevator, guys.
No. Because, okay.
If you run an elevator store, let us know. We like to get stuck in it.
My question is, how long are you stuck in an elevator before you poop in the elevator?
Until I have to poop? What kind of question is that?
You wouldn't try to hold it?
I don't get to hold it. We've gone through this.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right, so how long are you stuck in an elevator before you pee in the elevator? Until you can't take it anymore? Or do you pee immediately as soon as you have to pee?
I think, if someone's told me, hey, we're not going to go to rescue you for, 2 hours, and I have to pee, I might just pee right then and there. But, if I don't know when rescue's coming, and presumably they're on their way, I'm going to hold it for as long as I can.
Okay, you're trapped, and it's, a Friday night. So you're worried that you might be there for the weekend.
If I don't know if anyone's coming...
Yeah.
I'm probably holding it for, a little bit to, see if I can get, until it's, uncomfortable, I guess. Until the point where it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. See, with poop, though, that could be a very long time. And I'm wondering if I would just be you know what, I'm just going to poop now. Instead of, But
You
my
guys
luck,
smell it
I would be
the
like
rest of the time that you're in there.
mid poop, and then we'd be getting rescued.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be the worst thing. Like you pull down your drawers, you drop like half your turd, and then it's like, oh no, here they come. We're here to save you, and you're like, oh, a little privacy, please. Come back in 5 minutes. All right. How susceptible are you to peer pressure? Tell us a time that you gave in to peer pressure.
Shit, how much time you got? Man.
An hour.
I mean, that's the whole reason I smoke cigarettes, is because, like, they're like, oh, man, like, this will make your weed smoking better. Like, stop being a bitch.
This will make your weed smoking better?
Well,
is that a thing?
The theory was, you smoke a marijuana cigarette, and
Okay.
then you smoke a Newport cigarette, and it makes the marijuana cigarette hit a little harder.
Is that true?
I mean, at the time, it felt like it. But anymore, I kind of prefer my cigarette before my marijuana.
Does it make either one hit harder or better, or is it just
It's just more of a ritual deal. Like, especially like when I rolled blunts, because like you're licking on that, paper that had tobacco in it anyway after you scraped it all out. So that kind of like puts that taste in your mouth, and it made me want a cigarette. It was a whole like I'd roll my blunt, I'd put on like the fucking hardest rap song of that time, and then I'd have a cigarette, and then I'd smoke my blunt. But like, yeah, so anymore, I kind of prefer my cigarette first. So I don't think that it affects the marijuana at all. I think that was just something that, kids thought.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm that susceptible to peer pressure. I'm pretty good at saying no.
Yeah.
Given that I've never done drugs, never had sex, so I'm kind of just out here. I'm like the abstinence guy, Like if they needed a role model, a poster boy for abstinence to teach in school, I'm right here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had no I had no aspirations of being a podcaster.
Exactly.
Or a runner. So I'm pretty susceptible.
Well, the runner one, we're still working on that one.
Yeah, but I mean that I did it at all. I'm pretty susceptible to.
But you can just say it's really when you're susceptible to peer pressure, you just say it's trying things once.
Yeah.
Just give things a shot.
I am very agreeable though when it comes to most things. Like I'm glad that I finally got to the point where I can't be peer pressured into doing crime anymore.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because there were
that's pretty good.
Yeah, there were a few instances where that wasn't the case. So, I'm getting better, but yeah, pretty susceptible to trying to feel cool.
Well, see, here's the thing about me: I'm just cool no matter what.
Yeah.
So I don't got to worry about feeling cool when you just are naturally cool. We got a response from @DarlingNikkiGroves. Said, literally my entire adolescence, regret all of it. I'm currently a smoker as a result of peer pressure many, many years ago. It's all your fault, Sarah. Fuck you, Sarah.
Damn!
We're coming after you. If you're watching this, Sarah, leave a comment down below of your address and what time you'll be home. And we might have a surprise for you.
Damn. Sarah catching strays.
Frick you.
As the kids are saying.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Okay. Let's see. Would you rather... I don't know what it says. Would I rather fight a pack of sled dogs or fight an angry mama bear? We did talk about that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
What did we decide?
I chose the dogs.
Did we do the dogs? I don't remember what I chose.
Yeah.
What would I do?
I think my chance of survival would be better with the dogs than a bear. And even if you did survive
I might take the bear, because you just pop it in the nose,
That's a
Or you like to start dancing with it, it comes down with the claw, and you just you grab its hands, and it's like, and then the bear's like, what the fuck is this? And then it's like, wait, I actually kind of like this, and then you're just dancing with the bear.
Nah, man, you would be eaten.
I'll take the bear just to be different. Looks like we had 2 votes on that one. Both people said the dogs.
Yeah,
so
man. Your chances of survival are better. And even
it's a pack, though. There's a lot of them. And they're angry.
Yeah, but you'd have a better shot of punching a dog in the nose than a bear.
But they have a lot of them. Like, you punch one dog, and it's like 10 more.
Even if you survive the bear attack, though, you're going to be a fucking monster.
Yeah. That's like the benefit.
No.
Come out of it, you're like, everyone's like, damn, he survived a bear attack. He's cool.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he survived a bear attack. Like, I don't want to finish my sandwich.
Well, I don't care about what they're doing with their sandwich. All right, like that doesn't bother me. All right, I'm not worried about you losing your appetite because you looked at me. That's your own damn problem. What is your favorite party trick?
I never was the. Oh well, rapping. You know,
Is that a party trick?
That's the closest thing I got to a party trick. You know, like I could definitely keep the fucking mood going at a party with my rapping. But like I never was one. Like I mean, she's got like magic tricks and shit that she would do at parties, but I never. That was my party trick. I'd be like, hey, put a beat on.
Boom, bubba, chicka, bada, boom, bada, bubba, bada, bada, boom.
Yeah, something like that.
Bang, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I got is like install a Rubik's Cube. Kind of the one thing that I got going for myself. I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah.
So no one replied to that one. So frick you guys.
You got
Why
any
aren't you
party
replying?
tricks, my dear? Probably the ash trick. Be your favorite party trick.
Yeah, I have some card magic tricks.
Yeah. The ash trick would usually be the one where people would be like, okay, wait a minute.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
What's that one? Am I supposed to know that one?
She makes it to where, like, you have ashes on this part of your hand, and then she pops your hand, or... I don't remember. Like, she makes ashes happen on your hand somehow.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Truly shocking time.
Yeah.
What's something you associate with the concept of home?
Home?
Home. Home. Home.
Certain smells, which I can't describe them, you know, but...
You just
like,
walk in your house and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, there isn't... I'm not gonna say there isn't any other place that smells like home, but, you know, most instances... Or, like, honestly, though, like, if I go in someone's house and you can tell that they smoke in their house, that does kind of remind me of my childhood, because my aunts used to smoke indoors, and I just thought that that's how houses smelled. But it's not. I mean, that's the house I was born in, you know what I mean?
I suppose it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just like...
I was like, oh, all houses don't smell like that. Yeah.
What the heck?
Well, you know.
Why doesn't your house smell like that?
Yeah.
I don't really know. What do I have about home? I guess like a nice friendly dog, I think, really makes a place feel like a home.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see that.
That's, because I always had a dog growing up. So I think that's probably something that I would say. We have some comments on that one. Let's see what people are saying. Multiple comments, crazy. At Jennifer Martine 1331 says, "My children."
Okay.
I got bad news for you. They're not always going to be home.
Oh man, come on, man.
What?
I think, especially today of all days. Well, it won't be today. It will have been last week for her. But she's going to her son's graduation today, so that's
very relevant. Good timing, as they say.
Shame on you.
What? At Darling Nikki Groves says pooping. I mean, I poop in places other than my home, although I do try to keep it at home, so I guess I can see where you're coming from there.
Yeah.
But there you go.
I used to be very adamant about not pooping unless I was at home, but then I was like, how could somebody judge me for pooping in a bathroom? That's what they're made for. So then I started.
I mean, when I gotta go, I got to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't really like pooping, so it's not something I'm like, oh man, I'm home, I'm pooping. You know? It's like, finally, the pain has subsided. I can breathe again.
It doesn't have to be that way.
It's just easier. It's pretty quick, you know. Yeah. What is your guilty pleasure?
Oh shit! Well, I mean, we talked about mine. Fucking Justin Bieber, man. I got Bieber fever, man. And like, honestly, I'm not that guilty about it anymore these days. I used to be. Like, when we were both younger, you know? Like, when he was younger and I was younger, and it was like, man, that's weird. Like, why do you... But, like, he's a grown man now, so it's okay.
It's okay to like Justin Bieber because he's old.
Well, he's not making music for me. You know, anyway. That's what made it, like, you know, he was clearly making music for young women, you know, so it was a little weird that me as a grown man was into his music, but as an adult,
now as an adult, he's making music that's targeted at
adult women. Yeah, so now it's a little less weird, you know. It's still kind of weird, you know, because he's still like clearly he's not making music for me, you know. But yeah, I get down on the Biebs.
Oh, I like watching those like Family Guy compilations.
Oh yeah,
YouTube. I feel so bad because like I know I'm just like I should just watch the real thing, but then I would have to like pay for a subscription and it'd be a whole thing. So Feel pretty bad about it, but damn, do I still do it.
Most of my entertainment is piracy. I don't feel bad about that at all. Hey, especially like WWE, like they go so far out of their way to say fuck you to their fans so much. I'll watch a YouTube clip in a heartbeat. Fuck your ratings. And I mean, they still get credit for that anyways, but yeah, no, man. I don't, the last time I bought music, I know I was at least in my early 20s, if not my teens. Like, all of my entertainment is pirated.
Now, should you admit that live on camera?
What are they gonna do?
They're gonna arrest you, man.
They're not gonna, man. Fuck.
Piracy is not a victimless crime, huh?
And in which I can never take too many opportunities to give a fuck you to Lars Ulrich of Metallica. But I know this.
Frick you, Lars.
Definitely before your time, but he ruined Napster for everybody, which Napster was the greatest thing.
Is that like NASCAR, but you're napping?
No, it was like if there was a song out you liked, you could set it up to download for like 5 or 6 hours and you'd have that song for free. But, Lars Ulrich was like, I need to be compensated for my work because I'm an artist. It's like, how many swimming pools do you need, you son of a bitch? Metallica was already like...
I mean, they need to be compensated, man. They need to get their 47th super yacht, okay?
Yeah,
46 super yachts isn't enough.
It's bullshit.
They need the 47. At Darling Nikki Groves said, reality TV and Butterfingers all day, every day. I'm currently looking at who I believe to be at Darling Nikki Groves. I may be wrong, and they are currently not watching reality TV or eating Butterfingers. So the all day might be a lie. The every day I can't vouch for that one, but
I can imagine there will be a Butterfinger that happens at some point today.
Yeah.
But it's not
I can vouch for that. I think that's more of a figure of speech than a literal.
We're very literal here at the RomeBros. We're talking about philosophy.
Well, no, dude. Philosophy in itself is just an idea, right?
An objective fact.
I thought when you philosophize, you're just like, you're just brainstorming and spitballing, more or less. Or like, hey man, what if we looked at things like this? It's more of a...
And that's the right way to look at things, and anyone who looks at it differently is wrong. That's what it's all about.
Ah, well, hey,
Come on, man.
That's what makes this like a yin and yang situation here,
At Jennifer Martin 1331 said Monster and Mount Dew.
Oh man, I would never sleep if I did both of those in the same day.
Oh, it's bad. It's real bad.
If I had a Mountain Dew right now, I would not fall asleep before like 5 a.m.
Do you need to though?
Well, I mean, if I don't want to be up all night on a Sunday night before work, yeah, I would need to fall asleep before 5 a.m.
What if you what makes you go to sleep? Like melatonin? What if you just you stay up till 5, you party all night with your Mountain Dew, and then 10 p.m. rolls around. Well, you go to bed at 5 p.m. or you'd wake up at 1 p.m. noon.
Yeah, probably around.
Probably around there, and then you just take a melatonin 10 hours later.
And then have gnarly dreams. You ever take a melatonin?
My mom made me take one time when I was screaming and want to go to bed. When I was 7 or something.
Those are some crazy dreams, man.
There's gotta be something else that makes you go to bed.
Not dream. Yeah, pornography. I guess.
Does that just pass you out every time? I feel like it doesn't work for me every time.
I don't know. Emptying the clip usually will,
Usually works for you?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, there you go. We'll just do that. There you go. Then you can be a Mountain Dew connoisseur. Would you sign my petition to start saying off the chizzo for Rizzo to describe something exciting? Bonus points if you can tell me what it's from in the comments. No one left the comments. But everyone said yes.
Oh, well, that's nice of them.
So we have to start saying off the chizzo for Rizzo.
I don't know if I think we missed that window.
What are you talking about?
Like, when Snoop was like, everything was shizzle and hizzle, I don't know, what was that, 5 or 6 years ago?
Bring it back.
Ooh, he farted again.
Did he?
Why do you keep smelling it?
I don't smell anything.
Ooh.
I'm not going to go test.
But yeah, no, I mean, I guess we could try to bring it back. I don't know, it doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Off the chizzo for Rizzo?
That is off the chizzo. Because, I think less is more. Especially if you're trying to be cool. You know?
Well, I'm not. So.
Oh.
We're just trying to be off
there's
the
a yin
chizzo
and
for
the
Rizzo.
yang situation. Like, you don't use slang to not be cool. Well, I mean, I guess you...
Yeah, you kind of do.
What
Isn't
are
that
we
the whole
even
point?
talking about anymore?
We're talking about off the chizzo for Rizzo.
Right,
To describe something fun or exciting.
I don't know, man. Like, use it in a sentence.
Yo, this party's going to be off the chizzo for Rizzo.
I mean, I guess that is kind of funny. I don't know, man. You know how I am with committing to things. Like, I mean, if it happens naturally, I won't try to not say it.
I don't think off the chisel for Rizzo's happening naturally.
You
kind of got to force
man.
that in.
You never know. We might go see that billboard and...
That might be off the chisel for Rizzo.
Right, like the road trip itself.
Yeah, the road trip is the experience.
Yeah.
If
I'm not like, can you guys please slow down? And then she'll be
tabby.
like, just be a man.
We're going 90 on the freeway, shut up!
Yeah.
We'll start using it, folks. If you said yes to it, you have to say it at least once. Just saying. So if you're one of the people who said yes, it doesn't tell me who, so I can't hold you to it, but you better...
Yeah, we work on the honor
do it.
system around here.
We sure diddly do. What's your favorite activity at a theme park?
Funnel cake. No question.
At Jennifer Martine 1331 says the food, so kind of in line with you there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do anything at a theme park and feel good about it.
Yeah? You're not a fan of roller coasters?
No, I'm not a fan of roller coasters.
They scare the shit
And then
out
all
of me.
the games are all rigged. All the food, I don't like food. And everything else you gotta wait in like a super long line to do, so...
So as a kid, you hated theme parks?
I would always be excited to go, and then you would get there, and then to be like...
Not fun.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know? It's kind of the situation there.
Yeah.
Because I hate roller coasters. I did one recently, relatively recently. Can't do it. I mean, if it's a water theme park, I'm a big fan of the water slides.
I've never been to a water park. They do look fun, though.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
Are we going to is there a water park in Kansas City? Can we go to the
Big
water
Sur.
park in
Isn't that-
Kansas
isn't that
City
in Kansas? Big
and then
Sur.
see the
Water
billboard?
park.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so...
When are we doing this? Is this next
Well, I
weekend?
mean, summer's around the corner.
It's already here. When does the... I'll just search Kansas
I don't know if it's the pollen in the air or what, but
City.
I'm not being a good host right now. I've been itching my eyes for the last, episode and a half.
Water park. I can't believe
you
I've never been to a
need
water park, man. You wait in a line.
Do we
For,
have
like-
eye drops?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, folks. I'll be right
He's going to be right back. I'm going to Google, without you even looking at it, folks, Kansas City Water Park, because we're crazy out here. And I freaking need to change it so it's Google as my default browser. It keeps going to Bing. It's the worst thing out here. I got the Great Wolf Lodge. That's just expensive as hell, though. The Bay Water Park opens soon. Worlds of Fun. Now we're talking. They have roller coasters. Let's see. Website of Worlds of Fun. Theme park. Tickets and passes. Daily tickets. Holy shit, it's only $37? This seems like a scam. What is going on? Oh, stay overnight. What? Rise and experience. Now we're talking Oceans of Fun Water Park. Oh, yes. They have water slides. They have food. They have a park map. Let's see what we're looking at here. This is not a map. This is... I don't get to see the...
Is that in Kansas City?
Park map. Yeah, Oceans of Fun.
Kansas City.
Here we go, now we're talking. Where's the Oceans of Fun? Oh, here we go. Oceans of Fun down here. So it's a whole theme park. They got roller coasters if you want to be a bitch. And they got the water park down here. They got, what is this, a wave pool. Got a typhoon thing, riptide. I mean, oh, here's the wave pool. What the hell is this thing then? Is this the lazy river? Where's the lazy river? We'll never know. And that looks like a good time though. We should do that.
Yeah.
We should do that. We can stream it live.
Live stream?
Live
Water
stream
Go to the
at
water park?
the thing. Go to the water park and then we'll take a pit stop at the...
Will you
Billboard.
guys give
Billboard.
me a couple of weeks to do some sit-ups?
If I have to go all flappy, you have to go all flappy.
Fine, we'll be flat.
Just like wear a shirt.
I'm not no bitch.
You're gonna go shirtless?
Yeah. If we're at a fucking water park, I'm not no bitch.
Oh, I'm wearing a
not
shirt,
gonna
man.
Fucking get in the pool with a shirt.
Because then you get that white t-shirt, and then you got that wet t-shirt look, and then people are looking at you,
man,
like, damn.
dude, that was my whole
He's winning that wet t-shirt
That was
contest.
my whole adolescence. Not going back to those memories.
Alright.
Yeah, no. I'll just fucking... After I finish that 2 liter of soda in there, I just won't have another soda until we go.
There's gonna be other people there.
Yeah.
I hate that about. Like, you have to go on a day that no one's there, but then, like, everyone's always there. What if we are they open on Wednesdays?
Yeah, that's what I was
take
going
a
to
day
say.
off
Yeah,
work?
we just go on a weekday.
What about Truman Day? Is there open on Truman Day? Because most people don't get that off.
No, you're wanting to go next week.
I mean, why not? I mean, I'm pretty sure.
It's
Oh,
not
they're
water park
closed.
season yet.
Yeah, it'll be chilly.
It's yeah. No, it's not time for the water park.
Opening day is this Saturday, but it looks like they're only open on the weekends, which is fair and based.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. They start being open on the weekdays
In the summer, I'd imagine, when there's no school.
later next month, late May.
Yeah, so when there's no school. So it'll still be a shit ton of kids.
Okay, the Ocean theme park doesn't open until late next month. So, what's will we just take off like the 27th of May?
The 27th of May?
It's a Tuesday
It's a Tuesday.
or something. Oh, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, like
It'll be a good
think
time.
we need to push that a little further down the
Whoa! What are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying
We gotta go.
man.
Oh, the other way it's raining.
So it'll get
That would be perfect.
So it'll get hot enough to, justify being in a pool.
You can go in a pool when it's
Chilly?
cold. Yeah.
Oh, that's shitty, man. Who wants to be wet and cold?
It's only a good time. What's better than
You
that?
think I'm a grouch on a regular basis? You fucking be around me wet and cold, you're not gonna have a good time.
Oh man, but no one's gonna be there if it's raining. Problem is they might close the ride.
That's
kind
what I
of
would
the downside
imagine.
of it.
Yeah, they probably.
So you gotta do
wouldn't
not
be there.
raining, but it's like.
Like all overcast. And
But people are
dreary.
gonna. Like, overcast is the best time to go. It would have to be like actually cold because it's overcast but still warm. That's the ideal time.
I want it to be like devil's nutsack hot. Like fuck.
No, there's other stuff other than the water park, man. Like we're not just gonna do the water park.
Yeah, but you'll
probably.
still be wet though from the water, wouldn't you? Like you get.
I mean,
on a
it would
fucking
dry off pretty quick because you're
water
walking around in the
coaster,
sun.
Splash with water.
I don't think you're gonna be that wet. I don't think it needs to be that hot. Anyways, moving right along. Would you rather be stranded in space, be stranded at the bottom of the ocean?
Oh fuck.
Did we talk about that? I almost feel like we did. Someone commented.
Yeah, I think we did. Definitely space though.
We team space.
Yeah, underwater is fucking terrifying, man. Some of the shit that's down there.
Yeah, I feel like space got a better view, right?
Yeah, that
Whereas like
too.
the bottom of the ocean, you're just like,
Wake
and
up.
it's like clunky. You're like in this like, dive suit or some shit.
Yeah.
Like in space, you're just like free. You just accept the fact that you're gone. Let me see. I gotta see the comment on that. How do I call it? Which one was it? This one? Everyone said space. All the voters said space. And we got Dog Heroes said less predators in space that you know of.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if something's coming for you in space, I mean, I guess if something's
They can't
coming,
hear you scream.
if something's coming for you underwater, there wouldn't be much you could do either, I guess. But I don't know.
Isn't the predator from space?
Yeah, but they come here.
Which you said there's less predators in space, but like literally the predator is notably
They're
more
on
in
their
space than in
own-
the ocean.
They're on their own planet.
Yeah, but like they had to go through space, but they never went into our ocean.
They're not
did
just
they?
hanging out in space, though. They're either on their planet or they're here.
But they had to like travel through space, you know.
They're not.
So you're more likely to encounter a predator in space
No,
than you are at the bottom of the
You'd be
ocean.
more likely to encounter a predator here.
On the bottom of the ocean?
No, but like on Earth than in space.
But I'm talking about the bottom of the ocean or in space. Which one would you more likely find a predator at?
I mean, I don't think that they would like. So, like, they're gonna break on your ship if you're in space. Like, I don't
I'm just saying where you're going to encounter one.
think you would encounter a predator in space.
But they are in space at some point.
Well, yeah, if they're coming here, but like,
But they're never at
not
the bottom of the ocean.
making pit stops. Is what I'm like. They're not.
I'm not saying you're going to die doing it.
They're
I'm
not.
just saying we're going to
They're
see
not
them.
pirates. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't encounter them. Like you might see them fly by.
Exactly. There you encountered them.
That's not an encounter.
That's an encounter.
Did we just have an encounter with the car that just drove by?
Yeah.
No.
We sure did. It's a close encounter of the car kind.
I like that for a title.
I know, right? Close encounter of the car kind.
I like that. Yeah.
Encounter
It's very Rick and Morty of us.
Car kind. Wasn't it actually from like a movie or some shit?
Well, close encounter of the
Third kind.
third kind. Yeah. But Rick and Morty would do that. They would take movie titles and then make it Rick and Morty-ish.
You can tell I write these when I was at work because this next one is the best paper holding device. No one. Oh, people did reply.
Oh.
I've got paperclip, a binder clip, staple, and clipboard.
Oh. I mean, from experience, I'm going to go paperclip. Staples fucking suck dick.
I am surprised no one said paperclip. Someone actually said staple. So, you're a psychopath.
That needs to be abolished. Yeah. Like,
Staples just need to be removed from
You're
society.
making someone's life terrible if you're giving them that stapled document.
Yeah, if you have to pass the document along to someone else, it should not be stapled. If you're the one holding on to it and it's just you, then staple might be fine. But if you're giving it to literally anyone else, you better be paperclipping that bish.
Yeah, otherwise, you are a monster. Literal monster.
A monster. One person said binder clip, one person said staple. No one said clipboard, no one said paperclip. The objective correct answer is paperclip, unless it's a very large stack, then it would be binder clip. Clipboard, I guess, if you're like an engineer.
Yeah, I want to look official.
Or
if you're like doing a crime, you knock on someone's door, you got the fake clipboard. Yeah, man, we're just in the neighborhood, and it's like fucking case in the joint, Yeah, man.
Hey, we're just in the neighborhood. We're wondering if we can look around. We gotta wear the high-vis vest. The high-vis vest, the hard hat. And say, hey, we need to look at your plumbing or something.
Yeah, let us in here.
We're from Missouri Water. We need to look at your plumbing. What decade had the best music?
That's a no-brainer.
What decade is it?
The 80s. Easily.
And how old were you in the 80s?
Shit. I lived for 5 years in the 80s.
Interesting.
Yeah.
At Jennifer Martine 1331 says the 60s or the 80s would be my pick. So just screw the 70s.
The 70s was groovy and pretty sexy. Because, that was the disco era. So, everybody was, high on coke and, dancing until 6 in the morning. But the 80s, man, it just seemed like a magical time to be an adult.
At Dominic Grove says toss-up between the 70s and the 80s. You can't make me choose. Even if I waterboarded you?
Make a case for the 70s, please.
Bob Seger. You know how I love Bob Seger.
I get it. But that's
what about,
just
is
one
that
guy
guy from the 80s? Which one's that?
Prince!
When's he from?
I literally said 70s and 80s.
Yeah, she said she can't choose, but I'm just... We're trying to make a case.
Then, fine. Gun to my head, 80s.
Oh, okay. We just made her choose.
She just lied.
You were just made to choose.
You just lied. This is the second lie we've caught you in so far.
I'm sorry.
What's the point of running a podcast? People aren't going to be honest. God.
But no, the 80s, man, was where it was at. It just seemed like such a magical time to go to the mall and catch a concert. Because, a lot of the famous pop stars would just do concerts in the middle of shopping malls. And, the kids would see him and go nuts, and everybody's going, it's like, oh my God, they're here.
I don't even know.
Bohemian Rhapsody was the 70s.
Oh, Queen? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That was pretty fucking epic.
But they were groovy.
Yeah, but see, that was more... Yeah, that's more of the... Yeah, everybody high on cocaine and dancing until the wee
Were they high on cocaine when they had the afro?
In
I never
the 70s?
imagined.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what the clip in the hair was for?
You notice why everybody was, always just a little bit shiny?
No.
Glistening? Because,
I didn't live in the 70s, so I didn't know.
Freebird, Leonard Skinner, that was the 70s.
You can't tell me those guys didn't do cocaine.
I feel like people that go cocaine in the 70s or in the 80s,
Well,
did
in the
stop?
80s...
Was it the 80s
Hotel
went around?
California was the 70s.
Hotel California.
That is probably one of the best guitar riffs of all time.
Doodly doodly.
Or the guitar solos of all time.
It's hard.
That is, it is a bit closer than... But for me, it's the 80s. But no, you were asking about, they did still do cocaine in the 80s, but then it morphed into crack. So they went from snorting it to smoking it. So, yeah. and which crack was a lot cheaper as well. But which is crazy to think about because it started out as a very high-end and classy drug. Like only like really like famous and well-to-do people were doing it. And it was just more known as freebasing. But then when it came to more urban areas and like the process got cheaper and like people started murdering each other and shit, like it got out of control.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah. Definitely not.
Or do.
What tropical island should the RomeBros do an all-expense-paid vacation giveaway for?
Giveaway? Why would we send somebody to an island?
It would like boost numbers or something. People would engage with us to we'd tell them, hey, you have to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to be entered to the giveaway, and then people would do that.
Okay, so
no one replied to this, so I guess we're not doing it.
Well, because they probably were like, how are they going to afford to do this? But,
I'm loaded? Oh, duh! What the frick?
I think if we got to be like Mr. Beast level, that we should send someone to Thailand and like make them document their time.
I don't know. I don't think Thailand's a tropical island, but
it's not. Oh
no, I think it's attached to Asia.
I don't know geography, man. You can't.
But you know the definition of an island?
Well, he doesn't know
yeah, but
that
I don't know
Thailand's
which
not
ones are. I thought Thailand. It looks pretty fucking humid to me. I didn't know.
All right, your tropical island expense is Thailand, folks.
Looks pretty jungly to me.
How long do we have to be friends though before you do take us on a tropical vacation? Since you're loaded.
After I've purchased a house and I have realized that I will not be having a kid in my life.
So when we're too old to go.
Yes! Let's go! Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Bonus Would You Rather. Apparently I had an extra one. What we got here? We got, would you rather bathe in chocolate syrup or bathe in Jell-O?
Oh, man.
Jell-O.
Yeah, I feel like it would be much easier to clean up after bathing in Jell-O than chocolate syrup. Although bathing in chocolate syrup might get kind of sexy, if you're not bathing by yourself. So.
Would it? I don't feel like it'd just be gross.
No, that'd be pretty sexy.
I feel like I would still do chocolate syrup though, because then like you would just have so much chocolate syrup, and then like your drain would get clogged, and you have to call the plumber, and they would come out and they would start plumbing, and it would just be chocolate syrup, and they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
It's a poltergeist, man. Cause what would your explanation be?
Well, you would be in the chocolate syrup still when you call. He would come over, see you drenched in chocolate syrup, and be like, "Oh, you're finally here, right this way, sir."
Oh my god!
Like you would preemptively call.
So you would ruin your carpet, anything
Maybe
else that you accidentally touched. That would be terrible. That would be impossible to clean up, man.
Maybe you like leave the door open and you have a sign out. Like before you get in the chocolate syrup bathtub, you call the plumber. You say, "Hey, I'm having some plumbing issues. When can you come out?" They tell you when they're gonna come out, and then you put a sign, leave the door open a crack, and the sign says "in the bathroom," and then they come in and they just see you bathing there.
I imagine they'd probably turn right back around. I know I would. It wouldn't be shit for me to talk about.
They don't pay me enough for this shit.
Yeah, hell no. That's gotta be some kind of sexual harassment, I'd imagine.
I don't think so.
Are you naked?
Is it sexual harassment if you're paying them?
Yeah. If you're not paying them to be sexual.
Well, but you're not. Yeah, you don't want them to be sexual. You're just there. Well, obviously, being naked, it's a bath.
Yeah, no.
But like, they can't see anything. Like, you'd be drenched in chocolate syrup. Like, even if you stood up, it probably wouldn't be. Wouldn't be very noticeable.
See your chocolatey dick.
Well, they wouldn't. I mean, they wouldn't be like. They wouldn't see unless you had like a hard on. It wouldn't be like visible. You know.
Because it'd be dripping off. It would be very visible. It'd be running down. Like, you'd have, like, a fucking stream of chocolate coming down.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Oh, man.
I guess we're going to have to, when we go to the water park, we're going to have to bring some chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
And see how it drips off a naked body.
Get thrown out?
No. I was just thinking, like, we just bring the chocolate syrup and, like, when they're in the car... after the theme park or before it, whatever we're feeling, we just one of us strips down naked and
ruins
the other people's dump a whole bunch of chocolate syrup on them, and then we see how it drips down.
Nah, man. That's too erotic.
It's not. It's a science experiment. It's not erotic at all.
That is very erotic, and you
It's
know it.
chocolate syrup, man. It's only erotic because someone's naked. That's literally it. That's the only reason it's
Yeah, naked,
erotic.
getting something delicious poured on them. That's erotic.
You're losing. That's crazy. You're crazy out here. Dong Nikki Grove says, much less messy, I'd imagine, probably won't stain. Presumably,
Yeah.
she voted for Jell-O.
Yeah.
Although we'll never know.
Did you vote for Jell-O?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's that.
Yeah.
That was a month ago. So we still got 30 more of these. Let's see how we do
wow.
on time. We got 40 minutes. We can crank out a couple more here. If you could pick any language to learn instantly, what language would it be?
Oh, easily. Japanese.
Japanese?
Oh, yeah.
I think I gotta go Chinese. There's a lot of Chinese speakers out there.
Yeah, but Japanese just sounds so fucking regal and important.
What about French? Then you can say oui oui baguette.
Yeah, but I don't know. French people seem a little uppity.
But like, you wouldn't have to be a French person. You would just
Yeah, but
be
the
talking.
language itself, it just sounds like you're like judging them, you know? Like, I don't know.
Better. At Jennifer Martin 151 says probably Spanish.
Okay.
La Español.
Yeah.
At Donna Hero says logically Spanish because it'd be the most useful. But if just for funsies, Japanese because it sounds cool.
It does.
I feel like Chinese is way more useful than
regal.
Spanish.
But Chinese, like, a lot of the words sound the same. It feels like that would be way harder. But I guess
Well, you learn it
if
instant.
you're learning it instantly.
There's no difficulty.
There's no difficulty. But I don't know, man. Chinese definitely, like, there's more people and they're probably going to take over the world soon.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
when the
so-
economies rise up,
Yeah.
you want to be speaking Chinese.
Yeah, but Japanese sounds way cooler.
All right, well, we know where you're moving to. Maybe we should all move to Japan.
I hear they're not that big of fans of the coloreds in Japan.
But they're colored.
Yeah, but not as colored.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Would you rather always smell a hint of onion or always smell a hint of fish?
Yeah,
Did we
no,
already
we
talk about
talked.
this
Yeah,
one?
we talked about this one. In which, yeah,
that was
Jennifer,
onion.
she was like, of course, right in front of AJ. She was like, "Oh, hey, didn't you want to ask AJ about her fucked up nose?"
Yes!
I was just like,
Did she actually say those?
I think she did.
Oh, that's funny as hell. So, dude, was I right? Was it?
It is. I think it's poop and cigarettes. I was
There you
so
go.
embarrassed. But yeah, she said it was because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
That's what it's all about. So it could happen to you. You could always smell a hint of onion if you get COVID. Now you know.
Didn't Kitty like taste metal for a really long time?
Something
with
weird,
everything.
Yeah, something weird.
Metal.
What are your April Fool's plans? This was posted on March 31st. What are your April Fool's plans? Either offensive or defensive?
The only time that I ever had an April Fool's joke, and this was the last time. Yeah, it backfired like a motherfucker. I sat my parents down, and I told them I was gay, and they weren't surprised. My mom was like, "Yeah, I can see it."
I mean, they were April Fooling you back.
No, she was like, "Yeah, I mean, you're so secretive," and I was like, "What the fuck, Mom?"
That's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
not even, because, like, you know, my mom's so religious, I figured she was going to be, like, you know, so upset, you know? She was just like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, our April Fool's prank, in case you didn't see, I think it's time to come clean about it. We posted a wonderful video about us addressing the allegations. We never mentioned what the allegations were. We just said that they were true, which I just thought was absolutely hilarious.
Timing,
was pretty
though.
good.
With, you know, so many Diddy stories every day, and then another prominent sportscaster, Shannon Sharp, is getting the Diddy treatment now. So I imagine our viewers probably were like, "Oh my God, did they do something sexual?"
Did you see
know?
the fake tears I put in the thumbnail?
Oh,
on
wow.
me? I put fake tears on. I thought that was freaking great. So good.
Yeah,
so
they
good.
probably thought we kiddled or diddled a kid, man.
Let's see what people had to say. I had one comment on that. At Darling the Hero says, "You should be ashamed of what you did. No forgiveness for that." We weren't really asking for your forgiveness. I think I said that in the video. We weren't asking for your forgiveness. We're just asking for you to
understand.
Understand. Look at us as learners rather than evil people. How did your April Fool's pranks go? I posted this on April 2nd. So we had a little 3-day April Fool's thing. No one replied.
I don't think anybody did anything, man. It's really hard anymore.
I swapped a couple keys on my coworker's keyboard. And I've now realized on the day that it happened, I went and looked at his keyboard and realized the keys were back to where they were. So I knew he presumably changed them back. But then later, 2 weeks later, he referenced that he knew what I did one time. So he knows that it was me, but he didn't acknowledge it on the day, which I feel like someone's
he
pranking
didn't want to
the
give
day.
you the satisfaction, man.
Psychotic.
It's fuck me, no, fuck you. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Aw, it's not that I just swapped 2 keys on his keyboard, man. It wasn't. He probably typed a couple things what the fuck, and then looked at his keyboard and was this isn't right, and then changed it back. It wasn't a huge prank.
Yeah. Or maybe he's just not selling it, and he's gonna get you back. Cause is that all he said? Is I know what you did.
I don't remember what the conversation was, but it did seem like he might be planning a revenge.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. I'm here for it. We'll see what he does next year. Who are the best and worst Batman actors?
No, we definitely touched on that as well.
I think I put this post in because
to see if we'd get any votes.
We got at Jennifer Martin 1331 says best Batman - Michael Keaton, worst Batman - don't know WWMS, which I'm assuming is supposed to be what would Marcel say?
Yeah.
It's WWMD. What would Marcel do?
Yeah.
I don't know what WWMS is.
I would assume it is what would Marcel say.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know
watched
who
all the Batmans.
Worst Batman? Yeah.
I haven't watched all of them, so I can't.
You got a favorite
decide.
Batman, my dear?
No.
No. You're freaking out, my dog.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, buddy. Batman's
What are the best and worst fruit?
Best and worst fruit?
Fruit.
Is coconut a fruit?
Google to the rescue.
Because it's not a vegetable.
Coconut a fruit?
It's a nut.
Is it a starch?
Coconut is a fruit.
Then coconut's the worst fruit.
It's actually a drupe, but drupes are I think a peach is considered a drupe or some shit.
A drupe?
Yeah, drupes
They're
are
just making up words now?
No,
it's
it's always been a word. No one calls it anything. Yeah, peaches are drupes. Drupes are. It's not a nut and it's not a fruit. It's a drupe.
I have literally never heard this term, and I've been alive.
I only
years.
just recently heard about it when I saw an article that I was scrolling while at work that said peanuts aren't nuts, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Of course peanuts are nuts." And I clicked on it, and then it said it's actually a drupe apparently, and I was like,
"A drupe,
a drupe." So there you go. But it's pretty much. Peaches are considered drupes. So if a peach is a drupe, then I think drupes are fruits.
Okay. The more you know.
Probably.
You taught me something today.
Hey, you learn something every day.
Yeah.
At Darwin Nicky Grove said best fruit is pineapple. Worst fruit is cantaloupe.
Cantaloupes? I've never been brave enough to try one.
See, pineapple is great until it does that thing to your tongue, and then it's horrible.
Pineapple makes my head hurt. I don't know, something about that flavor. It's like a sharpness that goes
right to your brain.
Yeah, and then I have a headache. Yeah, it's awful.
I could see you saying pineapple if somehow your tongue didn't do the tongue thing, but I could not do pineapple simply because of the.
So what is it? Sour? What do you mean the tongue thing?
If you eat too much pineapple, your tongue just fucking hurts.
So yeah, I think that's a sour sensation, right? You eat too many warheads, you get that crater going on.
It's probably similar to that.
Yeah. So yeah.
But pineapple isn't really sour, so I don't know why it does it.
Huh.
Here, let's. I know it's a thing. It's a real thing. I'm not just crazy. Why? Pineapple tongue. I could probably just search that. Pineapple tongue way.
I guess I've just never eaten too much pineapple.
So why do so many people experience discomfort when noshing on tropical fruit? Enzymes. It's a real thing. That's all I can say. I don't know what causes it, but it is a real thing. I would say probably the pear. It's got to be my favorite fruit. I'm a big
Really?
pear guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're just good, like good fruit.
Okay.
Worst fruit? I don't know. I haven't tried probably the worst fruit. What about blueberries?
Oh, man.
Frick
are
blueberries.
good. You never had a fucking blueberry pancake? Or a pancake with blueberries?
I was thinking just like eating the fruit solo.
But yeah, I mean, okay, eating a blueberry by itself can be pretty shitty. Because they got the little pits in them.
Yeah.
I'm not big on bits, but coconut is the worst fruit, hands down. Because anytime it shows up in anything, that thing is automatically awful.
Except for Almond Joys.
Especially Almond Joy.
Almond Joys are so good!
That combines two awful things that you're never done chewing. Like, you got...
Almonds and coconut.
Yeah, like, you
yes!
put one inside
You don't
the
want
other.
the candy to end, man. It's so good.
Yeah, it never does.
At Jennifer Martin 1331 said, best fruit is watermelon. Worst fruit is pomegranate. I've never had pomegranate.
Me neither.
Although best fruit watermelon, I think that's ambitious.
Watermelon's good.
It's good, but best?
I don't like anything that takes too much effort. Are we talking seedless here? Or seed
I don't know.
in?
They didn't specify.
But then again, you talk about something brave enough to try. I've never eaten a watermelon. They reek.
Shame.
Ever?
They reek. That, like, corn...
So would that be your worst fruit then? I mean, have you never even tried it?
Well, no, but still, like, coconut. I can't imagine watermelon is as egregious as coconut.
But you wouldn't even try it.
But it doesn't... It looks good. I imagine it probably does taste good to those... Like I said, I can't... Like, the texture of it, I can... Like, I've had to cut them and prepare them for other people to eat. Like, the texture, it doesn't feel like something that you would just never be done chewing, you know?
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
I don't know. The problem with watermelon is, like their first bite, watermelon. And then, like, your next bite's, like, sour water. And then your last bite's, like, green water.
I've never...
Pretty much the closer you get to the rind
Oh,
of it,
okay. It's
the
just...
more sour and more green it... Well, it doesn't really get sour, but it tastes more green. You know what I'm talking about? You know,
So
the
there's
green taste?
this... Yeah, like the burst of freshness that you get hit with. So, like, as
Well, it's not
opposed...
fresh. Like, the first bite is, like, fresh, juicy, full of flavor. And then it's, like, as you get closer to the rind, it's just, like, less flavorful and more just, like, bland green taste.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's like there's less flavor the closer you get.
Yeah. And it's also, like, the flavor also changes. It's not, like, less.
I mean, the thought of it, like,
also
my
worse.
grandma really liked watermelon, so, like, it's nostalgic for me to see other people, but yeah, that like, corn, I think, is the only food that smells worse than watermelon.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah, just...
I've never noticed watermelon having a distinct smell.
Oh, my God. I can't not... Oh, well, okay. Cucumbers. Cucumbers fucking stink, too. Really bad.
Well, cucumber. So what's up with you and just, like, not liking foods that are just, like, 90% water? Because, like, aren't cucumbers just, like... I've never had a cucumber, but I've heard that they're just, like, mostly just water, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never tasted one. The smell is awful. Yeah.
So, like, when you just take water and you just, like, fruit it, you can't handle it.
I guess, maybe.
Is there any other thing that's...
Just basically... Well, no, I don't
fruit
have
that's
a
basically
problem
water?
with, like, lettuce or celery. Aren't lettuce and celery?
Well, those are
pretty much just-
vegetables.
But, I mean, it's just pretty much water, right?
Celery is.
Water percentage of celery.
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it is a very...
95.
It is a
Water
very
percentage
distinct smell,
of
though.
Cucumber.
Now that we're talking about it.
No, okay,
95.
all right. Cucumbers and celery are similar. Like, watermelon's got to be, like, fucking crazy out here, right? I mean, it's got water in the damn name.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even less.
92.
Wow, I'll
Huh.
be damned. Oh, all right.
The more you know.
The more you know. What do we got? What's up next here? Would you rather have a rideable unicorn pet, have a rideable dragon pet?
Oh, shit.
I feel like I would have to go unicorn. Feeding a dragon would be...
Yeah, or like, where's this dragon gonna be taking shits? Yeah.
Well, now, hold on a second. If you're a farmer... Hold on a second. Wait a minute now. If you've got a farm, it can poop in the manure pile, and then you spread that shit.
And you got
Literally.
free fertilizer, but what if
I
you're,
want to be free how to feed the dragon.
what if you're not a farmer though, and you're just a guy? I think it would be very difficult to
I mean, I
take
feel like
care
even a
of both
unicorn
pets.
taking a shit would be...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
would it be a rainbow shit? Could you sell that thing?
That would be cool if it was like shit.
What if unicorn shit like tastes great? What if it's like a great dessert? Like it just tastes like ice cream.
That's not necessarily a would you rather, but like if a new food came out that was a delicacy,
but it was shit.
Yeah, would you still eat it?
That's
if it was like if it was scientifically proven to be the greatest tasting thing ever,
would you eat?
If you knew it was like koalas, what if koala shit was like 100 times better than soft serve?
That was considered a delicacy, but it was shit. Literally. I'm gonna put literally in quotes. Literally.
But it's guaranteed the best thing you've ever eaten. Best thing you've ever
like everyone's
tried.
like raving about it.
Yeah.
Like, everyone who's tried it is like, oh my god, it's so good. It's delicious. Like you can't like, or you put a little pepper on it. Oh, it's so good. Would you do it?
Would you eat koala shit, my dear?
No.
If you knew it was like
really good and wouldn't get you chlamydia?
No.
Poor koala.
All the voters said unicorn, so sorry all you dragon lovers and farmers out there.
It would be very difficult to take care of both of them, but like I just think a giant dragon.
Well, like a giant dragon, you could like ride him and you could have him breathe fire.
That would be cool. Yeah, for
cool.
like intimidation.
I'm just like for funsies.
Like, hey, the next time I come in this fucking neighborhood,
I'm coming out my dragon.
Yeah.
Like you could make an entrance, like you're pulling up to like, your girl's house, to pick her up for like a date. Just like, like instead of honking your horn, breathe.
Dragons just
pretty sick. Now my question: if you're riding a dragon and it breathes fire while you're riding it, does the fire
like blow back
and hit you?
I think they breathe it with enough force that it's like.
But eventually, it's going to lose the force, right?
Jet stream. I mean, I've never seen that in any like fiction.
We should try like getting a flamethrower and moving the flamethrower. Well, I guess if you're moving the flame, then it would start. I don't know. And Mythbusters, I know you probably aren't doing stuff anymore, but we got a great episode for you.
Yeah, ride a dragon.
Right. Not quite what I was going for, but okay.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna get burned by the flame, you gotta be riding it as it does it.
All right. What is your biggest pet peeve?
I mean, we've addressed it.
Have we?
But it's worth addressing again.
Always is.
Yeah. People that don't walk on the escalator.
There it is. It is always worth addressing again.
Yeah.
Just walk on it.
Yeah, you're the worst.
Just go. Just put one foot in front of the other. Can you walk upstairs? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Then walk up the escalator. It's the same thing.
I mean, nobody behind you, whatever. Live your life. But if there's clearly like people behind you, like just walk.
Just put one foot in front of the other. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. My biggest pet peeve. I don't know, like people who like say things that are just like not true at all, but say it with such conviction. Like someone who's like, "Oh, you're an Aries, so you like that's why you like cheese," something like that. And they just like say it like it's just like so like matter of fact. Like, what are you talking about? That has nothing to do with anything.
So people that have superstitions but don't treat them like they're superstitions.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's not always superstition. Like, a superstition's, like, kind of fine. Because I guess there's, like, a ritual, but it's, like, because I guess something you do, right? It's superstition, but, like, something you just think. It's like, oh, and, like, you apply it to someone else, I guess, right? Because, if the superstition is on you, right, it's like, well, I'm not going to walk under a ladder. But if you're, like, someone else walked under a ladder, and you're like, oh, I can't believe you walked under that ladder. You're going to have 7 years of bad luck or whatever. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, keep that shit to yourself. And not everyone's an idiot like you, all right? So, that one I think gets me going. At Darling Nikki Grove says, chew 'em with your mouth open. No one wants to hear that. Again, third lie in a row here. It's just not looking good for her. There are definitely kinks out there, and people do indeed want to see that.
Oh, yeah, that is a flavor of porn.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, in which I could...
That's not what your message says.
Most people don't. Again,
we don't even know if that's me. Okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We don't know. But whoever this at Darling Nikki Grove's person is, He's just out here lying a lot, so I don't know if they can be trusted. Alright, moving along here. What do we got next? We got, how many chickens would it take for you to lose in a fight against them? Hold on, there's a note that I put that I gotta read. There's a note. I put a note on. Stop your laughing.
You don't understand.
Note, the chickens are angry and you must take all of them at once.
Oh, man.
How many you feeling? How many you taking?
I think what would get me would be fatigue.
But they're all attacking you at once.
Right, but like if they're, I mean, you could swipe away. Like you just do this. That's 8 or 9 chickens right there.
Exactly.
So I'm
kick one, kick
kick a few. But like eventually, I think after a few minutes, even I would get tired. I would say probably about, if they're all coming constantly full force, probably about like 30 or 40.
I feel like that's ambitious. I feel like I would want to say that, but then like in reality, chickens would kind of go hard. I think I'm gonna be like 20-ish. I'm gonna try to go more realistic.
If I know it's to the death, every move I make is
to the death. You know, you're right. When you put it to the
malintent. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not. It's not just gonna be like a little kick and then they can come back. I'm kicking with everything.
But then, like as you're kicking one, you know, you got to do some effort to kill one. The other 19.
They're not very big. They're not very big. So if they're all coming and you do this, you're gonna get a few of them.
Yeah, but you're not gonna kill them, right? Are we? Because just a kick? You're not killing them with a
kick. Bro,
it's
a chicken. They weigh like, what, 8 pounds?
I don't think you're killing them with a kick. I mean, you kick an ant, it won't die. Even an ant on your boot, and you like throw your this hard, the ant's
That's
just
too small. If you do this and you kick a chicken,
I don't. Maybe you're lucky. If you're lucky, you kill one. I don't think you're killing all of them. I want to say 20 to 25.
Like one of these? I'm killing at least 5 or 6 chickens with one.
I think you're underestimating the power of the chicken.
You're underestimating the power of kung fu.
Well, there's one way to find out. If you are a chicken farmer and don't mind a couple of chickens dying.
Hey, set it up. I will come beat the shit out of some chickens. I'd be good. I think I'd be good for at least 30.
Oh, man.
Book it.
Holy snap. All right. Well, that's going to call it. We're going to call it there. We're at time. We're at 1 hour. And I think a chicken as our thumbnail is great.
Fair enough. If I get one of the ones where they're wearing the boxing gloves.
I'll try to find that. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, chicken. If you just Google chicken with arms, you'll find it.
Chicken with arms.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, folks. We're still not through all these episodes. We ended off on April 8th. That was my April 8th post with the chicken one. So if you want to leave a comment on any April 9th through April 26th, which is the day we're recording this, we will get them next time, hopefully. Or if there's a post that I post in the future that resonates with you, you want to comment on, comment.
I mean, these celebrities are still fucking and sucking, though. So, I mean, another week, I imagine we'll still have some more topics as well, because it's every week.
Are they? Well, they shouldn't be fucking and sucking 6-year-olds, though, right? Hopefully not anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah, hopefully not. Yeah.
Hopefully that's done and dusted.
Hopefully not.
You know, is this... Hold on. I mean, I know we stopped talking about the U.S. thing. That was last episode, pretty sure. But, like, does that explain... Because he did that when he was 11. Does that just explain everything? Like, are we all like, that all makes sense now?
I think it explains a big part of... you know, say, especially, like, somebody with that much, like, bravado and, like, always trying to, like, show their masculinity, you know, like a try-hard type guy like that. I think that it explains that, like, you know, why he's so, like, hypersexual and, you know, with women, like, where it's like, oh, like, you know, his wife's got to show up places naked, or, like, oh, film, like, let the paparazzi catch me, you know, getting oral sex like I'm such a cool guy, you know, like... I think
did he really do that? He intentionally set up.
Yeah, they were like on a canoe or something, and he was getting a blowjob, and his butt crack was. Yeah, he does.
But like, what if maybe he was just doing that because like he likes doing it in public? You know, that's like a kink.
It was definitely intentional.
He like saw the paparazzi.
Yeah,
and was like quick, babe.
He just so happens to be like, oh wait, that guy in that canoe, is that Kanye West? Is he getting a blowjob? Like, I mean, come on, like the tabloids just so happen to be there.
I mean, every time I've gotten a blowjob in a canoe, the press has been there. So
it's like, can't I
it's
just
not that
get a blowjob in this canoe in privacy.
Why can't I do this thing in broad daylight in public and have people not see it? It's crazy out here.
Right. Oh, shit. Well, citizens, if you've made it this far...
We're sorry. We're very sorry you had to sit through that. But if you did,
Yeah.
thanks. Thanks a lot. Comment, like, subscribe, interact with the post. I do a post every day, usually, most of the time.
Yeah, get in there. Get in the game. Let's make
Read
it
the
happen.
posts. I'm posting.
Wanting to mix it up.
As always, dog, jump off bed.
Philosophy.
Going back to the whisper. You should go all the way and do full whisper.